Hi guys, on today's tutorial we're going to be making fourth line cake, but this time this fourth line has beautiful flowers piped into it. So let's get started. For this cake we'll be making use of two 8-inch layers of cakes and then one 6-inch layer. We're going to assemble these cakes and center them so that they are stacked properly. This method was inspired by Lori, the icing artist, because this is not the usual way of making fourth line cakes, but because I'm going to be using Russian piping tips, I want to have enough room for my flowers. I'm using the pop sticks to act as a dowel for my cakes to make sure gravity doesn't take a toll on my cake. Since I'm not tearing big stacks of cake, this will just serve. So I center my cakes and using my Russian piping tip, I start to pipe the lovely flowers onto the fourth line. The good thing about the Russian piping tip is that you don't need an extra technique or to move your hands in certain directions to be able to get these beautiful flowers. So long as you have the perfect consistency of the buttercream, you are going to be able to get beautiful flowers piped perfectly onto your cakes. And to make these flowers more realistic, I had to make it in a two-tone color, a dark shade of purple for the inside and then a deep pink for the outer layer of the flower. I piped my flowers in 2 rows, and then I used a leaf tip to put some leaves on the flowers to make it more detailed and much more realistic. Once I'm done doing this, I'm going to put this cake in the freezer for 20 minutes so the flowers can chill before I start the process of covering the cake with a final coat of buttercream. My cake is chilled and I'm putting on the second coating of buttercream. I start with the top surface and then I work my way down. I apply buttercream from the base of the cake, making sure that as much as possible I do not get the buttercream to dent the flowers. Then I start putting buttercream on the top layer of my fourth line. When I'm done putting the buttercream, I'm also going to put the cake into the freezer for a few minutes before I smoothen out the buttercream. This way it's easier to work with and I don't end up getting a soft buttercream around my flowers, around my perfect flowers. So it's best to chill the cake before you start smoothing out the buttercream. That's a pro tip. Once my cake is chilled, I'm going to use my stretch spatula to smoothen the buttercream. I didn't use my bench scraper because my bench scraper is slightly rounded, and if I made use of it, it was obviously going to make a mess of my flowers. So I had to look for something straight, and my straight spatula came in handy. So I'm going to smoothen out this buttercream, make it smooth, and as we smoothen it, you find that the fourth line becomes much more detailed, much more obvious. So we're going to smoothen this until it's perfect. I filled up the spaces that looked empty with some little buttercreams This is something that happens quite a lot. When you smooth your cake, you would have to fill in the cracks. So that was just what I did with this fault line cake. Found the spots that needed more buttercream and I added them. Getting ready for the fun part, using my edible spirits and some luster gold dust. I'm going to be mixing this both in paste-like consistency so we can paint the edges of our fault line cake. You'd have to go easy on the gold dust because a little goes a long way. You don't want to end up having to waste luster dust. So we add a little bit of the spirit and we mix it in properly. And then I begin to paint on the edges of my cake. It's best to paint on this cake when it's chilled so you don't get butter into the mixture of the luster dust and the spirit. If you find that the buttercream is getting soft, just put it into the fridge for a few minutes so you can chill up and then you continue working on it. As we keep painting on the lines, the cake takes on a glamorous look, a much more finesse, and it makes it much more detailed, brings out the detail of the cake. And the good thing about the fault line cake is that you can do anything you want with the fault lines. If you want to try sprinkles, whatsoever theme you want to use, you can do that just to spice up the look of your cake and to make your day. Just go for anything that your imagination can fathom and make your fault line cake the bomb. If you're enjoying this tutorial, please give the video a thumbs up, click on the subscribe button and the notification bell button so you get notified every time I post new videos. That's why I put the final touches on the cake, cross my T's and dot my I's. I'm going to finish up all of the decorations, the piping on the top, and then I'll show you guys what this baby looks like. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, comment, like, share to anyone who you know wants to make a fault line cake. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a wonderful day.